Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and thanks for joining me today. Today, I am bringing you a beginner full body reformer workout. No props are needed. Optional props can be your yoga block or your Pilates ball for some side lying strap work. I have my springs set up on my footwork springs. For me today, that is 2 reds and a blue. Foot bar up where you like it for footwork and your headrest where you like it. Once you're ready, but your props can be set over to the side. And then we are gonna go ahead, have a seat down on our carriage. You're gonna lie yourself down, find your feet sits bones distance apart, heels are on that bar. Your shoulders are away from those shoulder blocks. You're pressing down into that carriage mat. Your abs are zipped tight. When you're ready, your toes are pointed to the clouds. Take a big deep inhale to prepare. And on that exhale, I want you to extend yourself out, resist yourself in. So getting warmed up to the movement today with normal footwork, classic footwork here. Sits bones distance apart, heels are pressing on equally to that foot bar. Balls of the feet are pressing onto that imaginary floor underneath you. You either have an imprinted spine or a neutral spine. Do what works for you today. We're going to go for 4 more. Think about the weight being evenly distributed between both sides of your body. Last 2. On this next one, when you come in, I want you to drop yourself halfway in and push yourself halfway up. Drop yourself halfway in. You're sitting in a chair and resist. So just coming from mid-carriage back to the top of the carriage. Using that breath for 4, 3, last one here. Come all the way in. Slide your feet down to the balls of the feet, all 10 toes picking up real estate. Heels are gently lifted. Inhale to prepare, exhale, extend it out, resist it in. Think about those heels slightly lifted, knowing where they are in space. Abs are still zipped tight like you have that airplane seatbelt around your hips. Last 3. On this last one, come halfway in, sit down in that chair, push yourself back up to the top of the reformer, and bring yourself halfway down. Whether you have an imprinted spine or a neutral spine, make sure you're maintaining either or through the whole series, not rocking between the both of them. Last 2. On this last one, come all the way in. Let's click those heels together. Heels stay lifted. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend it out. Resist it in. Think about squeezing the insides of those thighs together, reaching up through that pelvic floor. Think about squeezing from the seat. Coming all the way in, tapping that bumper, resisting it back out with control. Last 3. 2. Last one here. You're going to come halfway in like we did before. You're going to push yourself to the top of the reformer. Resist it back halfway. Squeezing through the pelvic floor. Shoulders are relaxed. Neck is long. 3, 2. On this last one, I want you to hold yourself long. Legs are straight. You're going to separate those heels. So you're coming back to parallel. You're going to drop both heels underneath the foot bar, and you're going to lift both heels. So flex your feet, point the feet. Think about that yummy stretch underneath that foot bar. Let's go for 3, 2. We're going to pick up the pace here. Last one, hold those heels up high. You're going to drop the left one, right one down, whichever one, double pump and switch. Double pump and switch. Try to keep those knees shining proud to the sky above. Getting a little bit deeper every time with that second pump. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. Come up on those toes, bend those knees, bring that carriage in. Bring those knees to your chest, roll those ankles. Go ahead, find those heels on the bar. You can also be at your arches. We're going to take our headrest flat. So if your headrest is up, please go ahead, knock it down. Arms are a little bit away from the shoulder blocks. Heels are sits bones distance apart. Shoulders are relaxed. You're going to take a deep inhale through the nose. You're going to tilt your pelvis towards your nose. Roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time, trying to keep that carriage quiet. The only thing that's moving is your spine peeling, not allowing yourself to come up into your neck. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly articulate yourself down bone by bone, pushing into that carriage mat. Come back into that neutral spine. And let's rinse and repeat. Let's tuck and roll. Peel yourself up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll it down. Continue at your pace. Let's go for 2 more. Tuck, scoop, and roll. Carriage is quiet. This will be our last one as you tuck, scoop, and roll. But this time when you come to the top, I want you to hold it there. Once you're at the top, squeeze those glutes. Draw those abs in, nice long plane from the shoulders to the hips, from the hips to the knees. Now we're going to tilt the pelvis. Think about scooping those abs in. You're going to shimmy the hips over towards the right. Shimmy them back to center. Shimmy towards the left. Your knees are trying not to move as you shimmy your hips from side to side. Scooping out, rolling a ball in between, going to the left, to the right. Let's go for 3. Keep those glutes activated and squeezing. 1 more each side. Back to the center. Squeeze those glutes, lift your hips if they fell, arms placed down on that mat. Roll yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae, 1 final time. Untuck, Bring your knees to the chest. And when you're ready, we are slowly going to come on up on our carriage and we are going to change our springs. I am going to be taking off one red spring, coming down to one red, one blue spring. My straps are connected. Your headrest can be up or down here. Choice is yours. Once you lie yourself down, go ahead, grab those straps behind you. I'm going to take the short loops. You have the choice between the long loops or short loops. Arms are coming up over your shoulders. You're plugging your shoulders back and down. You're going to lift one leg to table, squeezing to the next. Your knees can be closer to your chest for an imprinted protected back, or your knees can come into neutral where your abs are pulled in and you have that small space. Choice is yours. Head stays down here. When you're ready, take an inhale to prepare. On that exhale, drop those arms down by your waist. Resist them up. Sorry, we have big allergy season here right now and I'm losing my voice. So please bear with me. Lifting those arms, trying to keep that neutral spine. Think about that energy squeezing in between both legs. Feet can be flexed, feet can be pointed, they can be relaxed. Choice is yours. Let's go for 4 more straight arm presses. Thinking about that shoulder extension. Thinking about pulling down through those side body, through those lats. Let's go for 2. Last one here, arms are going to stay by your side. Head stays down. We're going to come into single leg stretch. I want you to extend the right leg over the foot bar. Pull it back towards the center. Left leg over the foot bar. Pull it back. Think about reaching those arms long towards the foot bar. Your shoulders are relaxed. Abs are pulled in, not splaying from the rib cage. So think about that corset nice and tight, alternating your single leg stretch here. Let's go for 3, 2, each side. Last one. When your legs come in, float the arms up to the clouds. Open your arms out to the letter T. Relax. Make sure you can see those fingers in your peripheral diaphragms. Knees can be closer to your chest for imprinted or in your neutral spine. When you're ready, bring those arms towards your waistline. Resist them back out towards the sides. Squeeze towards that mid body. Keep those abs pulled in. Use that breath. Inhale, the arms open. Exhale, the arms squeeze towards the body. Squeeze, such great mobility for your shoulders. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one, when the arms come in by your sides, hold them there, relax the shoulders. We're going to go for double leg stretch. Both legs reach over the foot bar. Keep those abs pulled in. Pull them in over the hips. Extend it long. Pull it in. Keep the knees higher. If you feel it pulling in your lower back, those hands are reaching, those shoulders are away from the ears. Let's go for 3 and 2. Last one here. When the legs come into table, hold them. Float the arms up to the clouds. Arms stay up at the clouds. Readjust. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, drop the arms by your sides. Hold them there. We're going to tuck the elbows in towards our side body. We're going to bend at the elbow and extend. Bend at the elbow and extend. Those elbows can be resting on that carriage mat, or they can be at a little bit of a hover, but they're not to be wide out to the side like chicken wings. In close towards the body, bending towards your midline and extending. Let's go for 4 and 3. We have one more here. When those arms are long by your waist, hold them there, relax the shoulders, extend the legs to the clouds. Drop your right leg towards the foot bar, left leg stays up. We're gonna scissor each leg. So scissor. Oh, my hamstrings are tight. It's been a minute. Take your time. Use those abs to pull those legs up. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both legs up together, legs to table, arms come up. Go ahead, relax those arms. You can hang those straps up. Go ahead, roll those shoulders. And once you're ready, we're gonna come up onto our carriage. We are gonna be taking off that blue spring. We're left with one red spring. Headrest is coming down. I'm gonna turn around, face my tower. I'm gonna reach in front of me, grab my straps. Now I have one hand sideways distance away from the edge of my carriage. I am also gonna take my hands, put them into the small loops, and then I am gonna go ahead and choke up on my hardware right above the tape. Now, once I'm sitting up nice and tall, my abs are pulled in, my shoulders are pushed down my back, my chin is level and in neutral position. When you're ready, arms are straight. You're gonna go ahead, bring the arms out, palms are facing down, sorry. You're gonna pull the arms in towards the chest and resist it back. So coming in for a chest press, pulling it in, resisting it back, getting some of that back body working here. Add a little abdominal work to it. Think about flexing those feet to really stretch out the back of the legs. Abs are pulled in and chin is probably a little bit higher than what you think it should be. Use that breath, pulling the arms back, squeezing that mid-body, that mid-back, resisting it forward. Let's go for 4 and 3, 2. Last one. When the arms stay long, keep those arms long. Now you can move your hands back if you want a little less support, or you keep your hands where they were for a little more support. Coming into abdominal work. I want you to tuck your pelvis. I want you to roll yourself back. Legs are flexed. You're drawing yourself back slowly to where you know you can hold. Keep that chin tucked towards your chest. Find that C curve. When you're ready, slowly roll yourself up, keeping those arms long. The only thing that's working here are your abdominals. When you come up over your hips, sit up nice and tall. Let's rinse and repeat. Articulate yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling, thinking about that bridge that we did earlier. Each vertebrae, draw those abs in, come to your point, exhale, roll it up. You're trying to keep those shoulders away from the ears, using your great posture here. Let's go for 3 more. Roll it down. for 2, and last one. This one, when you roll yourself down, I want you to hold it there. Now go ahead, release those straps just a little bit if you need to. Flip your palms over. We're going to come into a bicep curl. So you're going to curl at the elbows, resist it back. Think about keeping those abs strong. Your chin is proud. Your shoulders are back and down. Curling up, resisting back. What I also want you to be mindful of is that your wrists are not looking funky or they're not bending in weird places. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Go ahead, release those arms long. Take a big inhale. On that exhale, roll yourself up. Try not to use the straps. Use your abs as you slowly roll yourself on up. This time I want you to dive yourself over towards your toes as your arms reach long. Take a moment. Take a big inhale through that nose. Exhale it out. I'm going to go ahead, take my straps, flip my palms over, long loops to short loops, coming back up to a straight spine. Sitting nice and tall, shoulders are back, feet are flexed. When you're ready, you're pressing the arms back past your hips, resisting it forward. Working that back body, pressing away. Now your feet can be crossed. If they are crossed, this might be a gentle reminder to switch your feet. Remember, the chin is always a little bit higher than you think it needs to be. Let's go for 3 more. For 2. On this last one, I want you to hold yourself back. Just hold a little time under tension. Push those palms towards the foot bar. Can you sit yourself up just a little bit straighter? Draw those abs in. Good posture. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, release those arms and carefully dive over, fold yourself in half. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I am gonna hang up facing the tower. It is going to be my left strap. So I'm gonna take the strap that's facing you. If you would do the same. We're gonna stay on that one bread spring. This is where you're gonna grab your yoga block or your ball. Headrest can go down. We're gonna come into some side lying strap work. So I'm gonna face you. Like I said, you face me. You take that strap that's closest to the top leg, and you're gonna go ahead, push it, put that foot into the long strap. Once you have that foot in the long strap, this is when I like to get organized. So I like to shimmy my bottom back. I like to take this foot and act like I'm stepping onto the foot bar. Once you elongate that hip, your obliques automatically come up off of that carriage mat. So your job is to keep those obliques up and lifted and think about keeping your body elongated like you're stepping on that foot bar. From here, we're gonna bend that knee in for some mobility work. Press it in, and then I want you to press long like you're stepping on that foot bar. Bring it in. And extend. You wanna be mindful that you're not collapsing in your side body. Really pressing through that foot equally and evenly as you're trying to keep the hips stacked and closed to the wall in front of you, not allowing your body to come up and keep the hips open and pressing back there. So you want to keep the body closed Obliques lifted as you step on that foot bar and pull it in. Use that breath. Let's go for 4. And 3. This last one, I want you to step on that foot bar, hold that leg long. Now we're going to come into little circles towards the front, circle it around. They are little baseball circles you're drawing with your toe, working into the socket of that hip. Little circles, still thinking long out of that side body. Let's go for 3 in this direction, and then we're going to reverse it. Last one. When you come in front, down to the bottom, step on the foot bar, reverse the circles. Small move, mighty results. Two. Last one here. Go ahead, reach that leg long, stepping on that foot bar. You're going to swing the leg forward, sweep it back. Last move here. Step on the foot bar. Keep that side body lifted. Keep those hips closed to the wall in front of you. I know you're feeling it. We have 4 more. For 3. Think about squeezing that glute muscle. Mind to body connection really activates that muscle more. Think about the muscle you're using. Step on it, hold it there. Carefully bring that leg in, hit that hip, and then you can carefully take that strap on off. You can close that carriage. Hang that strap up, and you can carefully prop yourself up. And from here, we are going to come in, feet coming in front of us. We're going to come into a mermaid stretch here. So I'm going to take this leg that's closest to the shoulder blocks. I'm going to push it up to the shoulder blocks, and I'm going to come in to a Z sit. If this sit does not work for you, especially after we just worked that glute, but it is a great stretch for that glute as well, especially after side lying. My hands a little bit to the foot bar, a little bit in front of the shoulder. My outside hand's gonna reach long. I'm gonna push away from the foot bar as I come in for lateral flexion, reaching out and over towards the foot bar. Really reach to that side body. You're trying to aim this hip down towards the foot bar. Head is equally spaced between the arms. Let's reach it up. And let's continue that lateral flexion. We'll do counter stretch on the last one. We're gonna go one more here as you laterally flex over towards the foot bar. You're gonna hold that lateral flexion. Really reach out of that arm. Now I wanna rotate your waist towards the springs. Your outside hand's gonna touch the foot bar. Your inside hand's gonna move more towards the foot bar. You're gonna push yourself out. And then as you come in, you're gonna lift your chest up high over the foot bar. Come in for a little chest extension and reach it long. Let's reach up and down. Let's go for 2 more here. One more when you lift that chest. Bring yourself up to that chest expansion. Bring that arm up, over. You're gonna close that carriage. This is where we're gonna go into that counter stretch. Take the hand, reach up and over for the oppositional stretch. Excellent job. Bring your arms up to the clouds. We are going to turn and face our foot bar before we go over to the other side. So we are going to take our hands, our knees are going to come down, our feet, balls of the feet are coming up against the shoulder blocks. My hands, you have the option to keep your hands down on the platform. You can bring your hands up to the foot bar, your choice. Your shoulders are going to be pushed back. You're going to drop your hips forward and you're going to draw those abs in. So now you're trying to find a straight line from your shoulders down to your knees, squared out. Shoulders are away from your ears. And when you're ready, you're going to extend those arms long as you rock yourself back, straight line. Gaze stays over the tip of your nose. Bring yourself as far out as you can. And bring yourself in. Straight arms come in. So working in some modified planks here. As you extend out, bring yourself to your point of your shake and resist it in. If you want to make this harder, lighten your load. Take that red spring off. Go to a blue spring. Choice is yours. You always have options to make things more difficult. Keep those abs pulled in, shoulders back and down. Let's go for 4. And 3. 2. On this last one, you're going to hold yourself out. You're going to find yourself in that plank position. Keep those shoulders away. From here, I want you to bend the elbows. Bring the carriage in. Nose comes over the foot bar. Extend away. Pull it in. Resist it out. Pull it in. Keep those shoulders away from those ears. Abs are pulled in. Strong bodies. We have 4 more. You have this. Take a break if you need it. Think about a push-up right in front of you. Last 2. And last 1. Go ahead, extend it out. You're going to fold your hips in. Fold your knees in underneath your hips. Come down, bring your hands to the platform, and rest yourself into child's pose. Relax those shoulders. And then we are going to go ahead, turn around, repeat that side lying on the other side. So let's go ahead. We're going to lie down on that side. That strap is coming to that top leg. So for this work, this is going to be my left leg on top. So remember, you're going to take that strap, you're going to step on that foot bar. Once you step on that foot bar, it elongates and lifts your obliques up off the carriage mat. When you're ready, we're going to bend the knee in. You're trying to keep the legs parallel to one another, and you're stepping on that foot bar. Trying to keep your side body from collapsing. Let's go for 4. 3. 2. Last one, keep that leg long, step on that foot bar. You can point the toe. We're going to do that little circle. So size of a golf ball, baseball, or a softball. Golf ball's a little small. Really think about squeezing that glute. Is that side body lifted off the carriage? I felt myself falling. So just gentle reminders of what the body's supposed to be doing. We have 4 more in this direction. Last one, when it comes to the front, hold it there. Let's reverse those circles, working into the mobility of the hip, squeezing that glute, thinking about those obliques still lifted up and off that carriage mat. Control is the name of the game. For 4, 3, 2, last one, reach that leg long, maybe flex the foot. You're going to sweep it towards the front and sweep it right back down onto that foot bar. Step on the foot bar. Sweep it towards the front and sweep it back. If you're really engaging that muscle, mind-body connection, the shakes are starting to happen for me. Just thinking about and squeezing it makes that muscle activate much more. Let's go for 3 more. For 2, then we're going to go into those mermaids. When that foot is long, step on that foot bar. Carefully bring yourself in. Let that hip relax. Hit it if you need to. And then we are going to take that top strap off. Close your carriage carefully. You can go ahead. We are done with the yoga block. We can come sitting up on our carriage, staying on that one red spring. I'm going to come to my shin closest to the shoulder blocks. My inside foot is in that figure 4. If this does not work, you can always stick your yoga block underneath this hip or underneath this hip to bring you up, or your feet can be in front of you. Arm a little bit in front of the shoulder. Your opposite hand is reaching long. We're going to come into that lateral flexion, so push yourself away, reach up and over. Think about keeping that head, ears parallel to the arms on your side body, and bring it up. Let's do that 2 more times, then we'll add that rotation in. This time we'll reach on over. We're going to get that big, deep stretch. And then I want you to rotate your torso towards the springs. Hand comes down to the foot bar. Inside hand moves over towards the middle. You're going to reach those arms long, drop those shoulders back. As you push yourself away from the foot bar, you're going to lift your chest as you come in. Nice deep stretch through that whole body, through that glute, through the back, through the shoulders. Stay with your range of motion and what works for you. This will be the last one as we come on up. Bring it out. This time, hold it out. We're going to flip our hands up. We're going to reach. We're going to bring that carriage in, coming up and over. Hand comes to the shoulder block. Foot bar, hand comes up and over for counter stretch. And then once you are ready, you can bring that arm up to the clouds. Carefully, you can turn towards your foot bar. We're going to add a blue spring on to that red spring. Finish up this class with some feet and straps. So I am going to lie down, grab both of my straps behind me. Once I have my straps behind me, my feet are coming into those long loops. I'm going to find my feet at Pilates V, coming midline down, 45 degrees over the foot bar. And from here, heels are pressing together. We're going to pull ourselves in for our frogs, extend ourselves out. So again, just like we did in footwork, with the balls of the feet are pressing in together. That energy is pressing between those inner thighs, connecting to the pelvic floor, neutral spine or imprinted spine, whichever you choose. Exhale, push away. Inhale, pull in. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one, when the legs are long, flip the feet to parallel. You're going to float them up to the clouds. You're going to bring them out wide to the sides of the room. Sweep them down and around. Coming in for our circles. Energy pressing out our legs, really squeezing those inner thighs, using those abs as we sweep the legs around. Sometimes we forget that feet and straps is work, thinking about the muscle, energizing it, creates more heat than just moving it alone. Let's go for 3 in this direction. Next time those feet come up to the clouds, we're going to reverse. So press down towards the foot bar, bring them out, around, sweep them up towards the clouds. Think about those abs as the legs come up and around and sweep them up. Stretch out those hamstrings as you come up around. Maybe flex the feet as you come up to the top. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one, the legs come up. Flex your toes towards your nose. You can pull down on those straps. Maybe find the soles of your feet together. Bend your knees in, coming into a butterfly stretch. Maybe rocking yourself from side to side, holding those straps. Bringing those heels down, maybe for a reclined butterfly stretch. Opening up through the inner thighs. Let's go for 3 breaths here. And once you're ready, slowly bring those feet back up in towards your midline. Extend them up to the clouds. One final hamstring stretch. You can carefully take one strap off, followed by the other. And once you are ready, slowly come up on your reformer, come off to the side, and that completes today's workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, I'll meet you on the reformer. Bye.